Hi everybody, this is Sarah from Serenity. Today we look at Pisces forecast for August 2020. In today's reading we will be asking 6 questions. What are you bringing into August? Your biggest challenge, your tools to use, your health forecast, your love forecast, and the outcome. In other words, if you stay on the path that you're on now, what will your life look like at the end of August? And for this reading, we'll be using the Doreen Virtue Healing with the Fairies Oracle cards. And I need to also tell you that this is my interpretation of these cards. That being said, this may not resonate with you, and that's okay. There's thousands and thousands of Pisces out there, so obviously it's not going to resonate with everyone. And if it doesn't, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Okay, let's dive in. And also, I have put the timestamp in the description box below if you want to just skip to the most important question. Okay, so let me shuffle just really quickly, and let's see what you're bringing forward from July into August. Okay. Stand your ground. Okay, my Pisces friend, you made a decision in July and you see yourself sticking to it through August, and I really do hope you do, because only you know what your honest feelings are and only you know what is going to make you happy. And while everyone seems to have an opinion on what you should do in your life, what direction you should go in, it really only comes down to one thing. What is the best thing for you to do? And only you know that. And even though it may seem like nothing is changing as we move into August, guess what? We have big changes ahead. For one thing, the Lion's Gate is going to open, and that's a whole other video, but just know that there are some really pivotal things happening in the world in the month of August. And whether they affect you in a positive or negative way is still left to be seen. A lot of it's going to depend on your attitude and what you're bringing forward. You have told the universe what you will accept and what you won't accept. And when you're really honest with yourself, you know what your desires are. You know what you want, and maybe it isn't what you think you should want or what other people tell you should want. Society itself may say you need certain things to be happy, such as a bigger house or a bigger car or that doctorate degree or a more prestigious job title. But in fact, we know you don't really need this. With all those things, with all those achievements, comes a negative part too. More responsibility, more debt, more time spent taking you away from the things that you really want to be doing. Pisces is about deep knowledge, understanding of universal mysteries, about seeing the bigger picture, and about embracing hidden truths. Now, while you do like comfort, you're not willing to sacrifice your peace of mind for luxury. Working for a mega mansion is not really on your top 10 to-do list. Want time to study, you want time to work on art, you want time to grow, you want time to be with the people that you care about. And those are the important things to you. You've been kind of in this push-pull situation with what you think you should do and maybe feel like you're letting people down if you're not out there working 24/7. But honestly, Pisces, that's not who you are. And the time of that is actually coming to an end anyway. Our society is changing. While it's always wise to listen to the counsel of others, and especially elders, you may find that in July and also in August that what they're telling you doesn't really apply to you. It doesn't make any sense to you, and it's not something that you're going to follow. And that's okay. You can be polite and listen, but you need to follow your heart. And honestly, only you know what will make you happy, and that's okay. That's okay. Follow your heart, stand your ground, and continue with the positive changes that you started in July. So that brings us to your biggest obstacle. Make music. So this card has been coming up quite a bit in the August readings, and this really means to take time to engage in activities that make you happy, whether that is making music, whether that is drawing, whether that is woodworking, painting, sculpting, gardening, whatever it is. Doing something just for the sheer exhilaration of doing it, as opposed to doing something to sell or as a side hustle or because you feel obligated to do it, like maybe trimming the trees and working in the flower beds or things like that, or gardening. Doing something like this just for the pleasure of it also falls under self-care. And self-care, unfortunately, is usually the first thing to go when we become overwhelmed, when we feel like we're not living up to other people's expectations. We start cutting the downtime out and we start working more, we start doing things that we think we should be doing. And unfortunately, this can cause a deep sadness inside because we're not taking care of ourselves. We're not nurturing ourselves, and we're not giving ourselves the time to recharge after all the craziness going on. And the world has been crazy, and it has touched you in a very unique way, Pisces, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's move on to your tool to use. So we know already that you're going to be standing your ground, you're going to stick to the declarations you've made, and you know the challenge is going to be basically self-care. So what tool can you use to make August a more meaningful month? Oh, nice, nice. Happily ever after. This card has been showing up a lot too. So when we see this card, it reminds us that we have the ability to manifest our dreams. Yeah? A happy outcome is right around the corner, but only when you get clear on what you want. Once you decide, then you can use your powers of manifestation as a tool and as the tool it was meant to be. Manifest all the positive changes you want to see in your life and in your family's life and your friends' lives. You have the ability to make profound changes, but only when you're clear, only when you know what you want, and only when you're comfortable getting what you want. Because let's face it, you're not always comfortable with that. Sometimes getting what you want can be very frightening. So that's okay. That's okay though. This is your tool. So that's going to be a learning in itself to allow yourself to manifest. You are worthy of good things. You are worthy of getting what you want. You are worthy of being loved. You are worthy of being respected. And once you embrace this, you'll see everything in your life changes, because good things are right around the corner for you, dear Pisces. But ultimately, you have to be open to receive them, to allow them into your life, to allow them into your space. And to be honest, you've been doing a lot of healing in this area, so you're probably going to see this really pay off in the month of August. Okay, so your health forecast. Normally, I don't do these in general readings because there are, like I say, thousands and thousands of Pisces out there, all age levels and all levels of health. But this is just a general. Obviously, if you're not feeling well, go see your GP. Better safe than sorry. And the card is breaking free. Okay, so Pisces, what do you think is holding you back? Is it a bad diet? Is it brain fog from staying up too late on the internet? Is it spending too much time playing video games? Is it indulging too much in alcohol and recreational drugs? What is it? Well, you know. I mean, I don't have to point it out. You actually know. So maybe in August, you can break free from one, just pick one detrimental habit. And when you do, you will see that your health improves tremendously. You will feel better. Let's say you start going to bed at 11 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock, okay? You'll have more energy. You'll feel better the next day, and you'll also be there to engage with your friends and your coworkers in a brand new way, because you'll be awake and you won't be, feeling hungover, right? So I think the health forecast overall is very good for you, but the ball is in your court. If you continue to neglect your health, then yeah, you're going to have problems. Even small changes like working on cleaning up your diet can have a really big impact on how you feel and your overall health. And if you keep neglecting it, you will see problems before the year is out. So just be aware of that. The next card is your love forecast, and this too is broad, obviously, because there are thousands and thousands of Pisces natives out there. And the card is sexuality. Okay, this seems like it was in the right place, huh? So when this card turns up, it generally means your sacred self needs some attention. Sexuality is an important part of life, but not just on a physical level. It also affects your emotional and spiritual self as well. This card signifies it's time to heal any past sexual trauma or anything that you're carrying around regarding sex. Maybe you have questions. Maybe you don't feel like you're in the right body, or that you're not attracted to the people that you quote unquote should be attracted to. This is the time to explore that and the time to work on healing those past traumas. While you may not think that any of this is affecting you, it really is. For instance, have you been choosing the right partners? Do they match you? Or are you settling for less? Are you settling because you don't feel like you can be honest, or because you haven't healed the sexual trauma? Your inner self or higher self is issuing this call for attention to this area at this time. Take this as the sign that you need, that you're at the place now where you can explore these issues in the most productive way. It's time. It's time to work on this healing. And this can be tough. So obviously, if you think it's too much, reach out. There are therapists now online that are there to help you, and talk to someone that can help you get this behind you. Because honestly, the deep love that you crave, and you have such a loving heart, and you have so much to give, but it seems like you can't fully express this until these issues are healed. And you can't ever reach those levels of happiness until these issues are dealt with. Okay, and that brings us to the final outcome. If you stay on the path you're on right now, where will you be at the end of the month? Oh, follow your dreams. Another card that's been showing up too. Sometimes it's hard to know what you truly desire, but August will help you better understand what you need to be happy and what you need to maybe eliminate or address to grow. So this card says it's time. It's time to invest energy and time in yourself. It's time to work on you. It's time to stop sweeping things under the carpet, so to speak. Make your personal healing a priority in August. And when you do, everything in your life will change. And like magic, your dreams will come true. There really isn't anything holding you back, Pisces. The past is influencing your decision-making powers. So like I say, whether you know it or not, you are settling. You're settling on a lot of different avenues. And once you work on healing and addressing these things, these issues, things will definitely start flowing in your direction again in the most positive way. So this has been a really heavy reading with a lot of issues, but would you expect anything less, Pisces? You are a very deep, passionate person. So of course you're going to have a very deep, passionate reading. Obviously, if you want to know more, you can find me at Serenity and you can book a personal reading. While this is going to be a very emotional month for you, I think you're definitely up to the task, and I think you're ready. I think you're ready to get these things behind you and start fresh. And if you're still here at the end of the video, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this little mini reading. I hope you did find it helpful. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified of all the upcoming videos that are about to come out. Once again, thank you for being a part of the Serenity family. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.